we did. You know, in any organization, anything you're doing, and I think everybody was wanting to donate and be part of it because it had to do with the kids. It had to do giving back to the kids, having a place in the community that they could come and enjoy and do some of the things other children were getting to do that they weren't. And they learned a lot from it. So anytime you do anything for the children and for kids like that, it's going to grow. That's what it's all about.
Back then, Othel Brand was, whenever we got in real trouble, somehow he would help get us through it. And I remember the original was Saul Taub. I don't know if you remember Saul.
Yeah.
And Herb Barnett was the executive director and worked hard, but the school was very supportive and the city was very supportive because the Boys Club forms a good function which should be supported by the community. Of course, I felt, yes, that it would grow. You know, just like some other projects that we started back then and later with South Texas Community College and what have you. I thought the growth would be there and the need was there, and so no, I'm not surprised, and I'm proud that it is.
The Boys Club continued to thrive as an organization with membership increasing to 3,000 in 1981. There were also 1,000 girls participating in programs that the club offered, but for girls there was restricted limited membership due to scheduling problems and overcrowded conditions. It was due to this need that Othel Brand approached Glenn Roney with the idea of a girls' building campaign. Rita K. Roney was asked to head up the project, and she led the charge, starting the Thank Heaven for Little Girls campaign. This campaign was to raise money for a girls' wing to be built adjacent to the existing facility.
The helpers were the whole city of McAllen. Everybody was united. They were for the girls having their club, following up after the boys' club, seeing the importance of the boys having that club, and the girls needed one too.
The girls' wing was opened at the end of 1983.
In 1999, the club started offering services on the north side of town at Holy Spirit Catholic Church. By 2002, membership had grown to 6,000, and it was determined that a permanent north side facility was needed.
Well, I think the fact the club provides an opportunity for, I'll use the words entertainment, it's actually a great deal more than that for the many thousands of boys and girls in the club, boys and girls who have nothing to do after school, summertime, and others. And I think the sports activities at the club is one of the great drawing cards. We had great financial support, particularly from the banks that I was involved with, originally the McAllen State Bank and later the Texas State Bank. All of our officers and employees and boards of directors were very enthused about the Boys and Girls Club and endorsed all of our financial support that we generated for the club. And of course, you could not forget all the effort that Othel Brand put into building
Absolutely.
this center. And I think Saul Taub was
Saul
one of the
Taub
original.
was the one who found the charter and brought it to McAllen.
But those, in fact, and of course I mentioned Morris Atlas earlier, who ran the campaign to raise the funds to build the Roney Center as it stands today.
The architectural plans and drawings were donated by Gensler Architectural Firm, and then City Attorney Jim Darling was able to secure the donation of the land.
Really, there was an outpouring of support across the community. Our board was very strong, and everybody chipped in. We had a strong executive director. The whole community came together, and that's the only way something like this could happen. But in terms of financial support, we raised over $5 million, I think about $5.3 million, and that came from about a little over $750,000 came from individuals, primarily in our community. Maybe another a little over $1.5 million came from different companies. We raised about $500,000 from different foundations. We raised $500,000 just from our board of directors. We raised some money from our staff, our paid staff here at the club. And then we also raised, thanks to the city. The city gave us a $2 million matching grant, the city of McAllen, who's always been a great supporter of the club. And even Congressman Ruben Hinojosa also got us a federal grant for $100,000.